Hi guys, today we're going to be having a look at a pretty simple Power Automate flow that you can use to aid Teams adoption and training to welcome new starters into your team. So by the end of this video, you'll know how to set it up, why you might want to do it, and also free yourself up some time if you're the person that's doing training and adoption in your organisation. I'm Gavin Jones, I'm Transformation Manager in a Fortune 500 company. We've got a new video on Teams coming out every Tuesday, and everything we do comes out of real life examples. Remember to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to get notified every time we release a new video. And if you haven't already, we've got a free deck. Click the free download link in the description below that goes along with our basic training that gives a lot of the basic tips all in one place, but also you could use it to train other people in your organisation if you wanted to. So let's get in and have a look at how we can free up some time from Teams training by welcoming new starters. Okay, so when you add someone to a team by default, I guess you just get a little notification in general, but that's all that shows up that lets other people know if anyone's joined the team or not. And also if you're the person joining the team, you may or may not have had training on Teams in person yet, depending on what your organisation does for Teams training. So hopefully this is useful. What we did is make a little Power Automate flow to welcome new people into the team. So I guess it's posting something that other people could see and reply to and say hi, and also directs people back to links that they might find useful until they get into in-person training. So this is what we're gonna make in the end. So it's an automated message post from Flowbot. It's got welcome to the team, you can put emojis in it. It's got an mention to the person that's joining the team. And it's also got links back to our internal training. So the channel structure that we set up and how that works, the accountability for people, so the champions and the end users, and also etiquette, which wraps a lot of stuff together, and a nice half jokey way of pointing people back to training if they're not using best practice. And also if they just need a quick start, the top 3 things that people kind of get wrong as soon as they're onto Teams with the newer stuff. So that's what we're going to make. If we jump back into Power Automate, then we'll get started and I'll show you how to create that for yourself. Okay, so here we are in Power Automate. If you don't know how to get there, you just click on the waffle menu and select Power Automate. If it's not in your list right there, it'll be in all apps. If it's not there, then either your Office 365 admin has not turned it on for you, or you don't have it as part of your Office 365 license. So probably not going to help you this video if you don't have access to it. But if you do have access to it, then it's pretty simple to create the flow that we've just had a look at. So we're going to click New, and we want to do an automated flow. We're going to search for Teams in the triggers and when a new member is added. So we'll create that one, and we can call this test new member. We're going to pick the team that we're just looking at, which is going to be the recap team. And that's all you need for the trigger. So the trigger is adding someone to the team. That's going to kick off your flow. So I'll add a new step. And we want to get user profile. And the person whose profile we want to get, we're going to use this dynamic content box, which is picking up the user ID of the person that's been added to the team. So doing this step just allows us to bring everything back for that user ID. So email, who it is, phone number, anything that's in your Active Directory, that will pull back all of that user info. Then we're going to do a new step, and then this is the last step actually. So if we search for Teams and pick Teams there, we want to, so these are changing all the time as Power Automate changes, but the one that seems the most reliable, especially if putting HTML in and being able to jazz up your message a little bit, is, just looking for it, post a message as the Flowbot to a channel, which it says is still in preview, but has been around for a while and we've used it quite a bit, so probably shouldn't worry too much about the fact that it's in preview. So then we're going to pick which team we want to post into, which is the same one, recap team. I'm going to pick which channel to post into. We're going to post it into general, because I guess that's where new messages go anyway. And in the message box, you can just type as little as you wanted. So you could just put hello if you wanted to just welcome people in, and that will post a message in and say hello. We're going to jazz it up a little bit, and if you don't know HTML, which I don't, then you can just Google how to make the message as you want to look in HTML. So if you wanted to look about how to put HTML bold, then just Google how to do bold in HTML and Google will tell you. But I'll just give you some tips that I used, which might be useful if you don't know HTML and just want to get started. So we did a hashtag and a space and put welcome to the team. So if you press Windows key and full stop, if you're on a PC, or I think it's Command Control space if you're on a Mac, yeah, then you can pop up an emoji little picker, so you can pick something to stick in emoji wise. So maybe let's do a little thumbs up. And if you put a space in this box, it's not like what you see is what you get. It'll just move those spaces back. So we need to put a little bit of code in to say we want a couple of line breaks, which is just that, whatever those are, chevrons with BR in for break, I think. I like to put the two spaces in anyway, just so it spaces out while I'm looking at it, so I can kind of see what I'm after. And then if you want to mention the person that's been added to the team, then we're just going to put in this little bit of code, which is chevrons at. We're going to include the email address of the person that we've added, which we're picking from this step here, which is why it's the same sort of color. And then we'll do chevron /at and say welcome to the team. And then you can type whatever you want. You can put other emojis in, again with Windows key and full stop, which I guess is period if you're watching in America. And remember that if you hit enter, that's not going to actually show an enter. You need to put the BR at the end. Oh, BR. And that's going to give you one new line, so I'll just do that. I'm putting 2 BRs because it gives me then another space, basically. So you might want to put, you can watch some training. I would recommend doing your own internal training videos, because you're the only people that are going to know what you've turned on and what you haven't in the team, what you've done in your tenant. And I always think it's best to do your own videos internally, but that's just me. If you haven't done them and you just wanted to link back to something, then obviously Microsoft have got their own training stuff. Or if you really wanted to, you could use our channel. So flick over to YouTube and copy the URL from our channel. You can just paste it in there and it will still, I think, be clickable. But as you know, I always like to tidy up my links. And the way to tidy up a link in this flow using HTML is to put a square bracket around the word that you want to make the link, and then include normal brackets or curly brackets, whatever you want to call them, around the link. So then that link is going to appear as a hyperlink with the word here in that example. If you wanted to hyperlink the entire sentence, you would just put the square bracket around there, and then I'll make all of that text be that link. So obviously I cut a down version from the one that we did for our team, but just to get us up and running, you can make that message as long as you want. We're going to hit save. It says saving at the top left and then turns to saved. And then we're going to do a test. So If you've never done a test before, it says you've got to perform the trigger action, which is adding a new member to the team. If you're doing some trial and error and you've already performed the trigger action, that's saying use data from the previous runs. So once you've done one, you can just do the same thing over and over without adding and removing people as a team all the time to test it. So that's what it's saying there. So I'll perform the trigger action, save and test. When you click save and test in Power Automate, it takes a few moments. You probably want to wait until you get this spinny circle. We're going to jump back into the team and remove my personal email if it's in there, which it is. So we're going to take me out of there. And then we're going to add me back in. Cool, so that's added me. We're going to flick back to Power Automate quickly. Might take a few seconds, but then we should see the fact that it's kicking off. So you can see that Flow's posted a new message. It's picked that up straight away. And then when the flows ran successfully, you get green ticks next to each step. If we jump back into general, we can see that it's posted to the team. A little hashtag we did at the top has made that line a bit bigger, like a little heading. It's done the app mention, great. So that person that we've added will get notified. And the hyperlinks worked. So you can watch some training here. And then if we click that, that's going to jump us out into YouTube and the MeeTime channel, which is awesome.
Happy twin.
So you can pick any link you want. Other advice is to, if you do have any training or anything, pin that as a tab in one of the channels, or even if you don't, if you've got a really big team, you could have a channel that's dedicated to training where people can go and try things without fear of messing up any other channel. But also you can pin stuff into the tabs. So if you've got a channel, if you want to use our channel, that's amazing. If you've got a stream, or if you've got a SharePoint news page that you're using for training or adoption, you can pin that as a tab and then get the link from the tab and then put that in the automation as well to put that straight into front of the people that you're adding to the team. Hopefully that's really simple, but really, really useful. Frees up a lot of time from training new starters, just helps everyone get up to speed a lot quicker with some automated things that you don't have to keep bothering to check once you've set it up, and then anyone joining the team get access to everything they need. So let us know what you think. Is this useful? Are you going to use it? Let us know in the comments below. We've got a new video on Teams coming out every Tuesday, so hit the subscribe button and the bell icon if you want to keep up to date on when we release a new video. Remember to like this one if you liked it, and if you haven't already, hit the free download link below to get access to our training deck that's got all the basic training that goes along with our basic training tutorial series. So thanks for watching so far, and we'll see you in the next video.